Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening tonight. I am in the midst of a 24-hour celebration stream where I've been streaming for a year. So, as far as what we're going to be doing next, well, I had planned to end at 3 and then going to 4 being, we kind of go down the memory lane of all the different Mama Dodo costumes that we have made. From cute fox to terrifying Dodo. Tell you what. How about this? We're gonna switch up. We're gonna switch it up, yeah? We're gonna, you know what? Let's do this. Let's switch to good old Mama Dodo. Gotta pay a pie Mama Dodo, to introduce all the different all the different ones. You should be in bed. What are you doing here, meatball? Speaking of which, let's get Mama Dodo back up to size. There we go. Boom. All right. So, as far as what we do, yeah, this is the part we're gonna go down. This particular break is specifically in celebration of all the Mama Dodo costumes. Even though it feels like we just went through the museum, I still wanted to go through it all, you know, to really kind of paint the picture of the journey that we've taken together and the amount of costumes that we have over a span of a full year, which is crazy, right? So, let's go ahead and... Honestly, I like the background music of this. Okay. Ooh, good effect. When it closes, did you see that, like, VHS effect? Forget about it. It's good. There we go. Nice vibing, chilling, thriving. And now, well, wait, was it cut out for a second? But slice of a life animated by Mama Dodo. Slice of Dodo. That's what that is. Y'all. Which one did you put it in? I want to see it. I don't mind. As far as I'm aware, y'all can put messages in there if you want. Let us do... We'll switch to display. We'll switch this to just chatting. There we go. There we go. You'll say after? Alright. So, I'm going to try to do it as chronologically as I can. Yeah? So, first things first... The first one that we made was... Where's OG Mama Dodo? Do I not have OG Mama Dodo? Here it is. Original. Hold on. Let's get Mama Dodo, we're gonna need you to move a little bit. Just a little. Like right down here. Okay. And no, we'll put you back, but what we will do is that we'll move this. We'll like zoom in a little bit. Yeah. This is OG Mama Dodo. Or we will bump up to it, that's true. This is the first one that we made. I made this exactly a year ago. It took 3 whole days, by the way. You know what? I know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. There we go. How's that look? A little better, right? A little bit out of the way. There we go. It feels a little weird being on the left side, doesn't it? I'm so used to being on the right. Anyway. But yeah, like a full year. It took 3 days to make. And you can tell because of like how much detail I put on and everything. Way too much detail. I eventually learned like simple is king. You wanna make it so that you can get through it. And nowadays I could usually make like 1 or 2 costumes a day in like just a couple hours, depending on how simple we're talking. Then we did, yeah, no, the cartoony tag was very good. Was a very good suggestion. We need to replace some of the other ones with better ones. Anything that's just one thing that it applies to, we need to remove. Then we have this one. These were the dredge. This is our fishing ones, right? And I have we have the Manila fishing hat, license to dock, but it's been crossed out with fish. I love Cthulhu here on the handle of the fishing rod. And then really the one time, you know what? I try to do something nice, and then suddenly I'm in my own way again. All right, we're just gonna have you move back over here. We're just gonna move you back. It's fine. I can't make up my mind. And then we have like the Cthulhu steering wheel with a little dodo, like a little symbol on there. Finding them hot fish. Damn right. My God, the fish won't know what hit them. And then I don't know what happened first, but we have Alien Mama Dodo. This is where we played Alien Isolation. And we have our little face hugger, and I wanted to kind of give like this cute little, let's call him like a little pet, little cute little guy. And we might have a little bit of a xenomorph larva in Mama Dodo's chest. You can kind of see here as well. And then, see, this is the first time I came into a problem where I don't know if you've seen the bottom half of a face hugger before. That's just a vagina. So I was like, how am I gonna represent it without being like blurred, or should I just pixelate it just for fun? And it's, yeah, no, have you seen it? It really is. Like, look at a picture of a face hugger underneath. It really, really is. Tell me I'm wrong. Well, like, I believe it's like considered, the face hugger is considered like very sexual in nature, which is, it's a weird thing to be, but it does have a lot of undertones, at least from my perspective. Anyway, so this was my like cartoony censored version of an underneath. But yeah, no, it was very good, very, very, very good. And then we made a therapist Mama Dodo. Oh, is this you? Advocate for the cat? Can't imagine why. And this one was our this was our In Sound Mind gameplay, which was it was about a therapist who goes into the mind of himself and the people that he helped, and he had a cat called Tonya. I had to look at the collar. So now it says beware of cute aggression. So Mama Dodo has given the cat the trait, not given the cat, but like diagnosed the cat as having cute aggression. So then, like, whenever Mama Dodo opens his mouth, it's because it's like biting him. And I thought it was very cute. I thought it was a very good one. Because I didn't know how to go about making a therapist's outfit that would seem like interesting in any kind of way. So that one was that one was there. Let's see, what would the next one be? The next one was probably Cult of the Lamb. This one was a big one. Ooh, Milgram? I've never heard of it before. This one was pretty simple. I just made a unique kind of hat. I made it the same color as Mama Dodo's eye, and I just drew a little like similar designed, what do you call this? Not tarp, but you know what I mean, right? A little like cloak, half cloak, similar to the lamb. And we this is the one that a lot of y'all came in on. This was the one that you kind of saw the familiar cult vibe of Mama Dodo. This one was my game dev one. Granted, it took a while before we actually made a game dev costume. I think we did game dev for a good couple months before we started making one. And it's for rubber duck. It's called rubber duck debugging. There's a process in which a fleece. Yes, thank you, Alice. Understandable, dragon. And rubber duck debugging is about a process in which a programmer discusses the problem to a rubber duck or object or toy or whatever, and in the process of explaining it, you come to the conclusion of the problem at hand. So we made Mama Dodo a big duck onesie and then having a duck, and it's hopefully getting us through the issues that we come across. You still use Madrotini as a rubber duck debugging talking? Hell yeah. That's exactly it. Let's see, what was the next one? I think we're getting into more and more recent. I believe the next one was gonna be probably Zoocosis, I want to say. That feels about right. I wanted to give the feeling of everything is fine. Picture in Discord game dev general, by the way. Ooh, okay. We'll check it out as soon as we're done with the museum. Just remind me, because I might forget. Yeah, F it. Let's do it right now. Where are you? Cooking. Where are you? Resources. Oh, yeah, that's so cute. That's good. I like it. I like that a lot. I really do. All right. So I wanted to give the impression that everything was fine, but then as soon as she opened her mouth, there was like, it was infected by the Zoocosis virus that was all about like mutating and making bones stick out and all that. And it was the first time that I got the response of like, oh, that might have been too far. This was me going a little. Also comes in chick form. Ooh. Oh, and then we have our, what was our next one, do we want to say? Probably Candy Mama Dodo? Candy Mama Dodo was from Bug Snacks, when we played Bug Snacks together. And the egg became a green apple, the bones became rock candy, the scar on her skull became bacon. Her miasma became gummy, like a gummy bear. And I feel like there was one more, but maybe that was it. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to give the impression that like Mama Dodo became food. Like she picked up something off the ground and became food, right? Let's see. What was the next? Probably Satisfactory. There was probably the Satisfactory update. Now this one was pretty funny. I actually really liked this one. So this little guy right here is only Pie Mama Dodo the only one that shows the legs of Mama Dodo? Yeah, I think so. I only drew the legs because it was specifically requested that I drew the legs. So I think it might be, because everything else kind of follows a similar pattern of like this shape, right? For the most part, at least. Actually, no, I take that back. Cursed Toy Mama Dodo also has legs, because if we look at Cursed Toy Mama Dodo, you also have the little toe beans and stuff there. You know what I mean? Okay. But there was a thing called a lizard doggo. This was a Satisfactory skin, by the way. Satisfactory is like a 3D Factorio kind of deal. Yeah, it is very different. That is true. This one, I wanted this one to give a little bit of like a silly cursed vibe. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of cursed. Like it's not terribly accurate, but it's just a goofy. But yeah, this is for Pioneer one. So you have like the outfit, and then because her beak was so big, I made it so that it was just sticking out of the helmet, and I thought it was really funny. And then the sticky note says make a spreadsheet, because I constantly make spreadsheets. If you want, sure. I can try. I can certainly do my best. Because I'm not used to drawing the legs, they don't usually turn out very well. But I certainly could use the practice. Stream where Dodo shows her spreadsheets. Listen, I don't think you understand what you're asking for here. I made a spreadsheet. I made 2 spreadsheets for Slime Rancher. All right, I made multiple spreadsheets for Satisfactory. I made any game that I've really dove into, I've made an Excel spreadsheet for. I think my favorite spreadsheet one was probably Potionomics. That was kind of my favorite game in making a spreadsheet for. Satisfactory was more or less organizing like my head, but Potionomics was the most interesting one that I made it for. That I thought was really cool. If you haven't played Potionomics, I do recommend it. We should probably play it on stream. I might start over and do that. Are we on to Halloween is the question. We're not at Halloween yet, I don't think. Slime Mama Dodo. Slime Rancher Mama Dodo was the first time I ever attempted at an animation, which was very well received. It's still being voted as keeping as we go through, you know, all our spring cleaning. Like, this was my first attempt at animation, period, and it was very good. I get bouncing between she referring to Dodo, the character, and he for the voice behind it. Sometimes they. Okay. I mean, pretty much. Mama Dodo goes by she, her. Idealist goes by he, him. That's their preferred pronouns. But Idealist doesn't really care as much as far as what you call him. He doesn't put a lot of stock in it. So if you mix it up, he won't be upset. Because he understands that it's, you know, a little more complicated because you have different pronouns in different situations. This was about the time I disappeared from Twitch for 2 months. Yeah, pretty much. It's the critter that got me into the streams from the shorts. Exactly. This little guy. Beautiful, beautiful little guy. And I think now we're at Halloween, which was my first attempt at... No. Let's do... I think it was mouthwashing and then Halloween. So, mouthwashing... Listen, I was like, I don't know how to make... I don't know anything about mouthwashing. I don't want to spoil myself with mouthwashing. How am I going to get this so that I don't spoil myself, but I can make a costume that works? And I decided to make a mouthwash Dodo. And it was just a Listerine bottle that I made a little joke saying like, oh, you don't have to worry about bad breath. I should probably also, if I remember at least, like all the interactions that we had for it. This one had a really simple one where you, after your first message, a timer started ticking. And within 30 minutes after talking in chat, an auto message would pop up saying that your breath stinks and you need to wash your mouth. And then you would rinse, exclamation mark rinse. And then by rinsing, it says your breath is now minty fresh. And it would just cycle again. And that was the whole thing. That was the whole interaction. It was... Y'all played along with it longer than I thought you were going to be. It was kind of dumb, but I liked it. It was funny. It was a very punny kind of Mama Dodo thing. It was good. So that was right around then. And then we went to Halloween. And Halloween was the first time that I went super hard on making a lot of different costumes, and that was the first 24-hour stream that we did. It was the same style as this one. It was 4 hours off, or it's 4 hours on, 1 hour off, where I would play a game with a new costume and a new interaction, and then we would watch 1 hour of like horror YouTube videos to kind of like rest my voice and rest myself, etc. And let's see, the first one. Oh, we also need to talk about Camouflage Mama Dodo. The first one I want to say was, yeah, Inky Mama Dodo. This was Bendy and the Ink Machine, where I just drew Mama Dodo in the style of Bendy and the Ink Machine. It was a relatively really easy costume to do, and it turned out really good. Like, actually, I'm really proud how this turned out, because all I did was just kind of like make it super black, make sure this outer ring here, make it so the same color, and then I added like an outline on the outside of this, and that was it. And it turned out really well. I'm really happy how this turned out, actually. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it's really good. And then we did Hand Mama Dodo for the Bunny Graveyard, where you're actually just a wandering hand. Which, by the way, the sequel to Bunny Graveyard's coming out, I think this year, either this year or next year, I forget. And this is where you get that cursed petting emote from. That was the interaction with that one. Oh, the first one, by the way, is the channel redeem of making it inky. That's where that came from. And then this came from the petting with the dodo instead of the hand, because you are the hand, is where that came from. And I thought that was really funny. I laughed so hard on stream when the first redeem came in, because I thought it was so ridiculous to like have a hand as the dodo and then the dodo as the hand as it pets. Hey. It was hilarious. But that one, like, that also stayed, I think. And then we did Manager Mama Dodo. Manager Mama Dodo was for what was it called? Lobotomy Corporation, where you're like a leader of a corporation. So I wanted to make like a manager, like almost like the two sleeves are too big. You gotta make sure that it's finished cooking. Yeah, like it's like the sleeves are too big, etc. But it wasn't as well received, and to be honest, I was also kind of disappointed in it. I feel like I should have maybe gone down more of an SCP route for Mama Dodo, whereas like almost she was the one that was part of the containment. So that was kind of a learning experience for that. And then Biohazard Mama Dodo. This is where we did the classrooms, where it was almost like a backrooms feel, but I didn't know how to go about with the beak, so I'm like, oh, it's just put into like the fourth dimension. But I think it turned a lot of people away from like, I shouldn't have shooted it. I should have like done something with the beak with it, because it would have been funny. But I do also like the not sus Amogus reference, and then like the Biohazard, but it's like a sticky. It's like a sticky note that like peels up when it talks. I think that's pretty funny. And then we have Ghost Hunter Mama Dodo. This is where we played Phasmophobia. Just bins like made a robot. Yeah, that's what it should have done. Honestly. And then this was Pedro. Yeah, the ghost name was Pedro. We decided during the stream. And then we had like the UV light. People thought this was like cigars or breadsticks, but they're the scented sticks in Phasmophobia to like cleanse. And then we have like, oh, it's like a 1, and then it goes to a 5, and then when it screams, it goes all the way to the 5. Like the little things like that is kind of funny. I liked it. Granted, at that point, people were so exhausted. There weren't a whole lot of people near the end of the stream. And then we have Camouflage Mama Dodo, in which this one was the horror game for dinosaurs called Unknown Tapes. And it's the idea that Mama Dodo is safe because she's camouflaged. Honestly, felt a bit like a shoe-in as well. I could have done something more with this than just a bunch of green here. So I'll take that. That was definitely a learning one. And what are we missing? The card Mama Dodo. I liked this one. This one was really cool. I actually had help with a custom creating inscription card. One for Mama Dodo with his costume. Don't eat me. I taste like spinach, not even the good type, like boiled spinach. Yeah, from the short thing. Yeah. That one. I was happy how that turned out. That was a fun game to play. Was it the best game in the world? Not necessarily, but I will play most, if not all, horror dinosaur games just because I love both. And I tend to very much fall in line with that. It was a good time, though. I had a good time. Top 2 skin. Yeah. No, this one was really cool. I had some help from a custom inscription maker, and then so the maker added all the different symbols, the attack, the defense, the cost, and then the name, and then all I did was just I made this outline here. This is what I made, the actual image of it, and it's the same for this one as well. And luckily the thing that I use had like a shake to it, so I want it to look like it's a card that belongs there. And that's also when I started really testing out different thumbnails and stuff, where I had Mama Dodo. And there's actually a couple of shorts. There's one short that I considered making, and I still consider going back and making it. It was there was a moment in that particular stream where I was talking with the wizard that craves stimulation. There was a moment where I was talking really, really, really fast, and I considered making almost like a rap tune with it, and then just mixing in the gameplay of the fight with the stimulation wizard. And I've been on and off thinking about it since I've considered not making it. So I think that's a sign that I really need to make it. But this is one of my favorite ones as well. But this is also the one that I got the most help with the fact that I didn't need to make all this. There was already a thing in place. I will definitely consider, especially if I find myself having some extra time on my hands. I used it when I was a sprint, when I was drawing Miro's bird Mama Dodo. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I apologize for the delay. That's just how it be sometimes, And then what's next? What haven't we talked about? Oh, Mechanic Mama Dodo. Mechanic Mama Dodo, I think, is the most controversial Mama Dodo that we've had so far. This one was from Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop, where essentially Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop was just this thing with this head, but with that was a fox head instead. And I instead created a very cursed model, and people hate it and people love it. Yeah, people are so mixed with this. People hate it and people love it, and it's crazy how divided. No one's in the middle. Or maybe Dragon, you might be in the middle, but as far as I could tell, it's people are this is disgusting, get it out of here, and then they're just I love this, keep it here. and it's so funny. It's honestly so funny. Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop, loved it, by the way. I recommend that game. It's solid. Yeah, Alice, that is what you came back to. You were just like, what the hell's going on? Are the Movies Dodo and not think they're furries? That's fair. That's fair. And this does give quite a bit furry vibes, so I get that. That totally is understandable. Let's see. Ooh, BioShock. This is still not finished, by the way. So BioShock Mama Dodo has actually had many different variations. So let's see here. Let me see something. Removing this real quick. BioShock. Do I have... Those are all thumbnails. Let's see if I can find Big Mama Dodo. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So like, this was original. This was the original Mama Dodo. And then we added some writing. And then we had different ribbons that are associated with it. And then more writing and more ribbons. Like the way that it was. And then eventually we got to a point where we got to the second game. And we brought over all the changes from the previous one as we moved from the first game to the second game. And the idea here was that this was my first evolving skin or costume where y'all can redeem a permanent addition of either a written thing to write on the outfit or a different colored ribbon that you can put on the basket here as you see fit. And like we added more and different things, like the fact that this leech is here is because we did like a voting system for whether or not we save or kill the little ones in the first game. Where's your writing? I mean, this isn't the most recent one, I don't think. What was your most recent writing? Or what is your writing on there? Because depending. This either won't be the most updated one, or it was the last one that was updated and I never got to update the skin or the outfit. Depending. Something about oxygen? Let's see. This is air, please breathe. Is that yours? Because we have, this is air, please breathe. Luca was here. PP explosion. Ratty was here. Lorem ipsum. Keep children away. Brought to you by Rage Shadow Legends. Follow Idealist. Follow Star Beast. Chat with a arrow pointed to it. So there was a lot of like stuff. And then we have the 2 gay robots from one of our streams in which one is Frank and one is Jerry and Frank, who when we took over robots, we just kept on seeing them just like kissing each other all the time, so we just retconned it as 2 gay robots that were just constantly kissing instead of defending us, and it just became a thing. So they became part of the skin or the outfit. And technically this is not done because we finished the second game, but we haven't played the third one. We haven't played BioShock Infinite. So we need to make a new, because I already had an idea of what to move forward with this for the new one, for BioShock Infinite, but we just haven't played the game yet, so we just haven't. But yeah, no. So this is in progress for it. We'll once we're actually done, we'll replace this with the final version of everything that everyone has added, and everyone has permanently changed it in some way, in their own way, and I think that's beautiful. Then we had. We'll do Cursed Doll Mama Dodo. Something that y'all really fell in love with was all the little cursed dolls that we had going on here, where we had all the different hats from, and we had a back to back marathon of Poppy Playtime. With the tension, they might be feedback guys, right? But like the interaction with this one might be one of my favorites, where y'all poke the cursed doll and you have a chance for something bad to happen, and most of the time nothing did. And then if you get the worst one, there's an actual legitimate jump scare that jumps out at everybody. Have y'all seen the jump scare? Alice Dragon, did you see the jump scare before? I can show you if you want, but it is going to be a jump scare. Just know that. You can say no. We can move on. But I just wanted to mention it. Do you want to see it? I guess I should point it this way. Do you want to see the jump scare? It do be like 4 o'clock in the morning where I'm at, so you know. You know. Alright. Okay. Just a heads up, it's gonna be a little bit loud. So bear that in mind. 3, 2, 1. There it is. So you had a 1 in 10 chance of that happening. And then... and now... we did one shot. So we played one shot. That was huge. That Luca has been asking us to play one shot for, like, no joke, like 6-8 months. And we made a pixel Mama Dodo, and you could barely see it. I made a pixel Mama Dodo that was like 16 by like 64 by 64 or something. And these pictures don't do it justice because it blurs it. But yeah, it's in the style of one shot. And whenever Mama Dodo talked, she went up and then the light would cut on, and it's very cute. It's very good. Delayed jump scare? Oh, I'm sorry. Was there anything else that we kind of missed? Time to beg for Mama Dodo to play Rhythm Doctor. I mean, we have a recommended game on our Discord, so feel free to utilize that. Then we played. We're just gonna go from the bottom now. We're not even trying to be chronological. We're just gonna pick things through. That's what we're gonna do. Eldritch Doctor. That was one of the more recent ones. Good on you. I also didn't manage to get spoiled for a significant portion of it. But I liked the Eldritch Doctor. I thought it was a lot better this time around. I was worried there was going to be another manager situation. But I really like the little like teeth and eyes and stuff, and like the hidden stuff in here. I actually considered making a short where it was kind of similar to like top 10 cool guys in my lab coat, and then it's just like Blingus Blongus, and then it's like this face, and then it's just like Frank, and it's like this face down here. You guys know what I'm talking about? It was like a horror TikTok, quote unquote funny horror TikTok, like 4 or 5 years, not 4 or 5 years ago, but a couple of years back, where it was like top 10 troll people that live in a cave, and then it's just really weird kind of vibe, but it was just like Blangus. Can't have a party without him. He's a cool guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my butt, but it was kind of that kind of vibe. Yeah, no, it was the first one you joined, and I'm so glad that you did. But no, I really liked this one, and I really liked the game too. Do No Harm was solid. And then we have Monster Hunter. This one was also felt a little bit as a shoe-in, where it's just like on top of the insect glaive. Honestly, I'm glad you don't too. The only reason that I have TikToks is because I post all my social stuff, including TikToks. So I am learning to try to restrain myself on it. But at the time, hey Yusuke, how you doing? How are you doing this wonderful morning? Why aren't you in bed? Actually, you could be in bed, so I'm not gonna hit you on it. But yeah, no, we're going through all the past costumes that we've made in the last year. This is a 24-hour celebration. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much obliged. I'm taking a little bit of a break because we've been at it for quite a while now. And after we go over this, we're gonna be playing some. I believe that the next thing is gonna be Satisfactory for a good couple hours or so. And then after that break is gonna be our last little segment for Cult of the Lamb. I'm excited. But yeah, thank you for the congratulations. But yeah, this is the one that I made for Monster Hunter, where it's the end of the insect glaive, where it like roosted. Mama Dodo like made a nest on it. I thought it was funny, but I don't know, it was missing a lot. I wasn't feeling it. Definitely felt like a shoe-in, you know what I mean? And then we also have the Christmas one, which is also kind of very similar to the previous, where it just doesn't feel like I added. There wasn't a whole lot of. I just kind of made some lights and some mistletoe and a hat. Like it didn't feel like there was a whole lot added to it, and it was essentially responded to y'all as well. Like y'all didn't really connect with it as much either. And the last one, as of right now at least, not including what we're rocking right now, which I guess we'll also show, is Pie Mama Dodo, which was recommended by Star to make it. I don't know why he said pie, to be 100% honest. I don't know where it came from. It lined up. Yeah, Mama Dodo. I mean, it was a recommendation. It was a request. It was a costume request from Star. That like, hey, you how about if we make Mama Dodo a pie? And I'm like, I mean, sure, I guess. What kind of pie? And then that's how the conversation went. And then last, we have the two that we made this time. We have essentially Martha, which is our vulture Mama Dodo for the Rain Worlds that we just played today. And then we have, yeah, right. And then we have the Repo. This is the little duck Repo costume that we have going on here. And that's it. We've done so much in a year. It's crazy how much we've done in a year, right? It's nuts. So I'm, as far as like for the next, yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely be splitting up the VOD accordingly. That's the little duck. That's the little duck in Repo. That if you touch the duck, it grows a big mouth and it hunts you down. Would be funny if it was a pie as the mathematic version. Oh, that would be funny. I'm just like 3.14, and you just see it stretch off into the distance. Or the symbol too. The symbol would also be pretty funny. But yeah, no. As far as like the future costumes, I would like to get more into like live 2D and do things that are a little more reactive to like facial movements and stuff like that instead of just PNG, and start to like tiptoe my step into that. I think that would be a good start. And honestly, this one in particular was originally going to be a live 2D one, and it's the reason why I pushed back a day as far as streaming stuff specifically. I'm gonna crash the whole phone. Damn, that's funny. You did suggest Greatest Showman Mama Dodo, so that's on our list. Melon just suggested a Melon Mama Dodo, so that's going to be on our list. Like we have some good ones on the way. Not to mention anything else that we do games stuff for. Hey Binkley, how you doing? And yeah, so we're gonna be hopefully doing more, you know, animated stuff. You're saving for a new suggestion? You want to give me a hint, or are you gonna surprise me? I'm doing all right. I'm in desperate need of a third caffeinated drink to make it through this night, this 24-hour stream, and a little bit of a bathroom break too, probably. But other than that, I'm having a good time with y'all. I'm feeling good. Yeah, you're almost there too. I'm excited to what you have in mind. I'm excited. But yeah, no, I think that pretty much covers what I wanted to cover for this break. So we're gonna take a quick. I have a sneaking suspicion we're on pre-rolls right now because I haven't seen the thing say yell at me to go to ads lately. So we're gonna start that, and we will go and play some Satisfactory until, what are we playing till? 8? Yes. Yeah, 8. I'm at that point of the sleep deprivation where I can't do math properly, which is a good sign for Satisfactory. So I will see y'all shortly.